Hello guys, my name is Prince. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you steps on how you can create your own Google Ads account. But before I do that, I'd love to tell you some of the reasons why it is important to create a Google account, the considerations you must have in mind before you create a Google Ads account, the format and the structures you must put in place in order to have a successful Google Ads account. Sometimes some businessmen might ask themselves, why is it even important for me to create a Google Ads account? But let me tell you something, a Google Ads account is one of the best tools for our lead generations. A Google Ads account allows businesses to reach out to anyone who uses a Google search for information, product, and service online. And also, a Google account can make a company more successful if the company is implemented correctly, if the campaign is implemented correctly. And now, for the structure, some of you might wonder, how can I structure a Google Ads account? Now, some of the key things you need to know in order to make your Google Ads account successful is that you have to have a correct structure, the format. In order for things to be done successfully, you have to have a correct structure and a format. And some of the things you have to identify are, number one, the keywords. You have to structure the keywords in a way that it has to be specific and similar to whatever product you're selling. Secondly, your email must be inserted correctly, because sometimes when people get your product and when they get your ads, they want to actually email you, but if your email is not correct, how can they email you? So it's very, very important to have a correct email inserted on your Google Ads account, when you're creating your account. Thirdly, some of the things you need to consider before creating a Google Ads account is, one, you have to think like a customer. Now imagine that you're selling a shoe. Now you have to think like your customer. What if I'm going to buy this shoe? What should I do? This and that. You have to put things in place. You have to gather a whole bunch of stuff at hand before you create a Google Ads account. Secondly, you have to study the competition. It's very, very important. There are a lot of people, there are millions of people that do the same business you want to do. So you have to be able to study the competition. Okay, is this person in group A or group B? Can I get it in group A or group B? Like that. You can be able to structure your business when you're able to study the competition. Thirdly, you have to use a keyword. Like I said earlier on, it is very important to use keywords when creating a Google Ads, especially specific and similar keywords that are relating to your product or your services or whatever you're creating a Google Ads for. It's very, very important. And thirdly, you have to analyze your results. Now, let's take example that you're making a research on a particular product that you want to begin. Now, you have to analyze your result that you get from your researches in order to know that, okay, I think from the result, this is good. This is going to be good for this area. This is going to be bad for this area. In order for you to create a Google Ads account, that is very important. So, guys, we go straight to the steps on how you can create a Google Ads account.